What is going on, everyone? Matthew97657 here, and today we are back with yet another figure unboxing and review. And as the title and thumbnail suggests, this is going to be the SH Figurarts Shin Kamen Rider #0 figure. Oh, I thought it would have been a little bit of a longer title. I guess I could have stretched it, but with that being said, nothing more to it than to get on right on into it. And let us start here. So, as you see the box size, it's not going to be a crazy size figure compared to any of the other boxes I literally just unboxed in my past videos of from the -1 figure to even the monster series Hedorah. So, right, we have our box here, and with that, it looks like it's a perfect fit. Wow, that must have came straight from the manufacturer, if I'm being completely honest. So, very cool nonetheless. As you guys can see in the box here, there is the box art with the figure, as it says, Shin Kamen Rider, but obviously translated as Mass Rider #0. So very cool. I love that pose there with Ichiro. Very, very cool. And then up there, you kind of have the butterfly symbol for essentially, you could call it butterfly og, sort of, or just a symbolism of the butterfly. Another stock image there, as well as another stock image. And on the bottom there, and then on the back, we have a bunch of different images there that makes it all the more cool, right? So let's go ahead and open this box up. Really looking forward to this figure. I really loved the villain of the film. Definitely liked the concept and the ideals that he had fought for in terms of humanity and idealism over realism. Very, very good stuff. So one of my personal favorite villains of all time, actually. But there we do have the figure there. So the box, only other thing is the accessories. It kind of tells you what it comes with and whatnot. So very cool. Thank you, Mr. Box. We're going to go ahead and move on to the figure portion. Protective plastic piece there. Looks like a lot's going on here. So first up, we have the hair accessory. Kind of whenever he does that like pulse like that, a straight, I don't know how to describe it, that like palm pulse. Looks like we actually have a visor for the eyes too, which is awesome. Dang, I didn't know it came with that. And it looks like we have our standard hand accessories, right? A closed fist for both hands, an open set of hands that are just kind of like that, and then last but not least, kind of like this is kind of like the open hand, essentially, where all the fingers are kind of open, where you can kind of do that pulsating attack. So going on to the figure itself, here he is, straight off the rip. It's got protective plastic on the hair. Funny, that's funny. Just probably so it doesn't chip easily. And then we obviously have some of our joint plastic placeholders, just so that it can not scuff on anything. So just very gently peel it off, making sure you're not being excessively forceful with it, but also putting enough force to get all of it out of there. So very, very easy to take all those out. The hair piece looks like, the hair piece here looks like it's in there. So yep, just pull it out very gently, and that is that. So simple as that, right? So very well. Here is the figure here, kind of in an awkward pose, came out straight out of the box, but very nice. I really love the helmet. The helmet looks really good. It's a beautiful metallic blue, but it also looks like it hints of purple as well once it reflects the light. The mask itself looks awesome. It's also got that butterfly type of I don't want to say tendril. It makes me sound kind of dumb. I don't know what anatomical part to the butterfly that is its mouth where it would be there, but obviously you have the two prongs here, so those are probably very delicate, so you don't want to be too crazy with that. The helmet itself is awesome. Look at that. And it comes with a visor too, which is, we'll have to see how I do that, because I don't know, honestly. But you have the awesome white scarf there, which is really cool when he puts it on in the film. Very, very cool. Probably one of my favorite moments. It's just really cool stuff. But yeah, the suit itself looks good. It's a nice blue with some black outlining throughout, like there. And then you can kind of see a little bit on the back there. It's kind of dark, but there is kind of like that back plating with the wings. That's also black, but then you also have a little bit of different coloring on the butterfly image itself, the imago there. It's got the, I forgot the half typhoon. That's what it's called. The half typhoon looks amazing there. The belt looks great. And other than that, it just looks like a great figure. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the articulation portion. So as always, right, we'll start from the head. So it looks like with the head rotation, we have it on a joint where it can look side to side. And honestly, you can look up, right, to a certain degree, up. You can look down. But the hair piece is really long because his hair was long in the film. So it kind of, I don't want to say limits it, but it kind of can limit it, especially like if you look down, there it is. And then if you look up, it kind of like hits the back there. So a little bit of limitation there. On the scarf, it's the same piece as the other ones. It's just like 2 plastic pieces there. So nothing too crazy or new on that end. Going down here, let's go ahead and, so there's that second neck piece right in there, right? Second neck piece in there. And then we also have the breastplate here, which should be able to move if I'm correct. Yep, it kind of moves just a little bit, just like the other ones do, right? They move just so very slightly. Still very cool. Next up to the arms, we have our arm rotation, which should be about the same. It looks like you can kind of move there. On the shoulder here, there's a little piece right in there, that little wiggly piece I'm wiggling. There's a piece there just to kind of allow it to move back and then forward, which is awesome. There you can kind of see the shifting there. Perfect. Next up, going towards the elbow. It's kind of like your standard elbow, right? It can go back, it can go forward like that, but it can't really go too back because obviously humans really can't do that. And then lastly on the arm is the hands with rotational ball joint there. So very cool. So the arms, very cool. Moving back towards the waist here, towards the crotch area. The waist, it doesn't have too much of an ab crunch. As you can see, there's kind of like, oh, you can't see that. Sorry. As you can see, like that little piece right there. There's a little bit of crunch there. And then here, you can kind of swivel the legs going towards the legs. Swivel. And yeah, so now that we have made it to the legs, let's go ahead and put that back down. Now that we have made it to the legs here, we kind of have that standard motion where it can go up, but then once it hits the groin area here, it kind of stops, and then you can only go so far back with the little butt piece there. So leg forward, knee joint there, can kind of go back all the way. You can come out if you want. Very nice how it can come out. So going back down, you can kind of swivel the leg by its own. And then besides that, we have the foot here, which has its own joint, but you can't really rotate it too crazy, right? You can see I'm rotating a little bit. And then the toe joint, which is always fun, right? The toe joint is probably my favorite joint. And yeah, that should be it for the articulation with this here. So yeah, it's honestly awesome. I think we're gonna have to actually do some jump cuts here. Hopefully the box can help me out because that's the only form of instructions it has in terms of the hair. It doesn't really say how you apply the hair. It looks like there's just this little blue piece that would attach. So I'd assume maybe you kind of just like swivel it out. Okay, we took that out. As you can see there, it's the same kind of blue piece there. And then we're just gonna go ahead and try and attach it in there. Just kind of like go for it. And yeah, it kind of just sits in there. It's got some wiggle room, but it kind of just sits in there. So you can definitely have the hair going out just like that. So it looks like that's the key to it. It just has that little blue joint where you kind of just push it in at the top of the back of the head. So very, very cool. And last but not least, in terms of new accessories, we have these purple visors that I actually am not 100% sure where these would go, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys. Maybe there's something I'm missing. I'm trying to remember in the film, but if not, I will always do our favorite jump cut just so I don't waste too much time here. So I think that's what I'm going to do here, guys. I'm just going to get on with it, maybe like that. No, I don't know. Huh. Okay, well, we will be back shortly as we have the plating inserted there. Here we go. All right, everyone. So I haven't fully assembled it, but there were instructions on here that kind of tell you on the other side of the instruction box. I just was kind of forcing my way into it, but alas, to give you guys kind of an idea, so I was correct on the idea that you do kind of just put this piece in after you take off the head. So you take off the head, right? Just all you gotta do is be careful. There's two pieces to the helmet. So there's the front piece and then the back piece. And obviously I did take off the antenna pieces. Just very gently pull them out, as well as the mouthpiece there. So all you really want to do is the lenses there. So I do have the new set of lenses in. You just want to push them out through here with this faceplate, push them out, and then put it in with the little peg there. So it really is as simple as that. I was just making it harder because I didn't look fully in the box. But alas, I'm going to go ahead and try and put it together. So we're going to go faceplate into the mouth plate, into the back end of the helmet. Yep, simple as that. A little snap is all. I think from here, if you want to be more secure about it, you can just put it back on the joint. And from there, you can put the antennas back on to the helmet. Did I do this one? Nope, I think I'm putting the wrong one. Nope, I don't know. Oh, snap. Now, you do want to be careful with these, which I'm very much trying to do. There we go. The long side of the the long base part will go towards the back of his head. So just remember that if you do own this figure. I think I did do this all correctly. It looks a little off though. Huh. Looks just a tiny bit off the antennas, but I guess maybe I just did it wrong. No? Okay. Well, there we go, right? So now we do have the second set of lenses, which is that very nice deep purple look. So it looks great. I can't imagine if anyone were ever to get an LED light in there, but it looks awesome. The purple looks very nice. So we had the pink lenses and the purple lenses. So very, 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 very cool stuff. And yeah, that's about it in terms of accessories and whatnot. We do have those newer ones, which is very cool. And then we also do have a bunch of hand pieces nonetheless. So very cool stuff from the Kamen Rider Zero figurine, if I do have to say so myself. Love the design, love the motive of the villain, and it looks like, hopefully these aren't too hard to put on. It's always a kind of a tricky one to put on sometimes. Okay, there we go. And we'll get one more fist in there, and then we'll do some comparisons, and that'll be it. And so not a crazy upload here today, just very cool to have. In terms of other figures for Shin Kamen Rider, oh, there we go. We do have the second version of Takeshi Hongo coming out in January for us here in the United States. And then I believe we have 1+2 in May. It's either April or May, which I absolutely cannot wait for that figure. That one looks awesome. So there we go. Kind of got him standing up here. Does that look good? That looks great. The hair looks funny, but we'll just leave the hair on just like that. So we'll move these accessories to the side real quick as we bring up the other two Figurarts figures we have for Shin Kamen Rider. So here is Takeshi Hongo, Kamen Rider number 1. As you can see, they're pretty much on level. They're pretty much on level. It's just that Kamen Rider Zero has the antennas that kind of stick out a little bit more. We should probably make them stand up a little bit more straight though. So maybe not. Even then, they're pretty much about the same height, but besides the antennas. So there is Hongo there. We'll leave him over here. And right here we do have Ichimonji, and he actually looks taller. Ichimonji does look taller. Obviously, besides the antenna prongs at the very top, they all look very well together. So very happy to own these. Yeah, I can't wait to have my own little diorama with them in the final fight, or even him just kind of doing his own thing. So very cool. I mean, that really is about it, if I had to be honest. I know I kind of have them in this very like standard positioning that looks funny, but you know me, I'll have a very, very nice and thought out thumbnail. And then I also do have an upgrade for this figure, which I will be making a YouTube short of. SHF upgrades. I did buy the white scarf that is more of like a felt material compared to the plastic, because I'm not sure if they'll upgrade or make a second version of this figure. I'd love to see it with the actor who played Ichiro Midorikawa. So I'd love to see that, just like these two had gotten their own. I'd love to see it, but we'll see down the road if they decide to do it. So with that, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here. As always, let me know what you guys thought. I had a blast with this one. We've been kind of having a lot of uploads recently compared to the month of December. There wasn't really too much that I had on for me, but I do always have videos available just in case I ever need to upload them. So don't worry, I probably won't run out of content anytime soon. But alas, let's just get this hand on real quick. Ooh. There we go. Alas, that should be about it. I'm just going to do a quick pose if I can get it going. So, let's see here. Kind of like that, sort of, right? Where he kind of like has that hand pulse there. Something like that. I'll get it going, but you know me, guys. I'll get a very nice thumbnail going. So with that, that is going to wrap it up for our Shin Kamen Rider number 0 SHF. I guess I should say it. SHF Figurarts figure. So as always, sorry, I kind of just lost my train of thought there. But as always, let me know what you guys think of the figure. I love it. Love it, love it, love it so much. I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.